Okay, we have returned. Alright, let's continue. Where were we? I'm afraid so, Maya. Also, I'm sitting kind of funny because, like, I have one of my legs raised because, I'm kind of sitting in the Onkoroja fashion. I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Innie could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your aunt, Morgan.
That's terrible. Why? Why would my aunt?
Everything's going just as I predicted.
Miss Von Karma, why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad.
Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation?
Don't you have something else to worry about? Such as forging another testimony with your witness?
Look down at me, even though we're in the same age.
Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering.
Not yet. My goal is to defeat you, and let the whole world know of your defeat.
And even if you do that, it won't bring your father back.
Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is.
Alright. We need to put a close on this book once and for all. Time to conclude this story, ladies and gents. June 22nd, 12:10 p.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2.
Court will now reconvene, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
Can you prove Miss Innie Minnie had a motive?
Yes, I believe I can. Innie Minnie and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection, and that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there.
So I made a clip.
Interesting. Miss Innie Minnie, please testify to this court about your car accident last year.
I thought, you wanted to, ask about my, motive. I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past.
Miss Minnie, if you please.
Okay, I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... That was, last year in May. Something really bad had happened at, my sister's clinic around then. And, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired when she was driving. I was, totally pooped too, so I, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, woke up because of a jolt and, it was a sea of flames around me. I, opened the door and, got away.
I think I've heard of this incident.
It was all the talk on the tabloid shows day after day last year.
Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging her sister.
Those are merely rumors. Totally baseless gossips.
Yes, Mr. Wright, you may question the witness.
Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss Minnie's sister.
Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. There's gotta be some sort of secret sleeping in this testimony.
Hold it!
The accident happened at night, correct?
Yeah, like, it was at like 1 a.m. or so, I think. I had like a paper due like really soon. So like I hadn't slept and I was working real hard.
So it was because the two of you were so tired that this accident happened.
Hold it!
So she was totally tired, you mean exhausted?
Yeah, like she had to talk to the police and like was being investigated like every day. It was like a totally terrible situation.
It's no wonder then that the car accident happened, huh? So then, why hadn't you asked to switch places?
Huh? Like, what are you talking about?
I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her.
True, true.
Ah, but like, I don't like have a driver's
License.
This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Minnie.
Miss Minnie, please amend your testimony.
like, okay, anyway.
Wait a second. We have a license. We have her license. But is this the right thing to point out?
Objection!
Objection!
Ms. Minnie, that was a lame lie just now.
Like, what do you mean?
I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license.
What is the meaning of this, Miss Minnie?
That's right. Yeah, I had like a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident.
Mm-mm. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so.
What? Are you talking about that perverted fake clinic doctor?
Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. And how did you know he was— Ouch!
No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license?
Like last November.
What? November?
That accident happened last May. That's a half-year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix, right?
What did the... That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Minnie did not have a driver's license.
Ow!
Cry, my whip will accommodate.
Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers.
I'm like glad you get it, but like even if I had my license, I like don't think would my sis would like let me drive.
Ow!
Don't just stand there humming to yourself.
Not you too, Mia, with the whip and the pain and the— Ow!
Miss Minnie, what do you think you would not... Why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway?
That's because
I think this situation calls for a more detailed testimony. Miss Minnie, if you please.
like how annoying. Oops, like sorry. Didn't mean to be mean.
Ba-da-ba-da-bam.
Like around that time, I was like really close to getting my license. My sis was like this totally big fan of cars and like really valued them. She just got this really shiny bright red sports car. She like would say things like, "No way am I letting a noob drive my car." So like that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night too.
I see a bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may continue to question the witness.
I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but I wouldn't be allowed. Hold it. And that was when the accident occurred, correct?
Like, yeah, I like immediately reached for the passenger side door and fled, like, in a daze.
Sounds like you had a terrifying time.
Yeah, we have to keep on pressing. So what do you mean by really close?
Like, I had one of those permit things, I think that's what they're called.
Permit?
Yeah, wow, the big name lawyer doesn't even know what a driver's permit is.
Well, this lawyer never had a permit.
Wah! Ignorance is to be whipped.
What is with her? All she said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense.
So, like, may I continue?
She valued cars. How much would you say she valued her car?
Well, like, she'd flip out at, like, a drop of rain. And, like, she would notice if someone had, like, touched the car door with dirty hands.
In that case, why bother taking the car out of the garage ever? Why did she take such special care of the car?
How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car.
New car?
Yeah, like you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer?
I would think that just cars getting dirty is just another fact of life, but I guess people who really love cars think otherwise.
Well, Miss Minnie, what kind of car was it?
It was a new car?
Yeah. She had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK.
The UK? What those her boyfriend's initials?
It was a really special model. She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive.
I guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic. I really don't know anything about cars, but I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor,
Yes.
please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony.
Mean the part about it being a special important car?
Yes,
Well, if you like cars that much, then.
that's not my point. Though to be honest, I don't know what the point is either.
Miss Minnie, would you please fix the testimony?
Sure, whatever.
I need to press her first. I yelled, hold it, but pretty forcefully, but I don't know if she know. So yes, what am I supposed to pick? Let's start with this. Why are British cars good?
Like, huh?
They're expensive and their driver's seat is opposite to our cars here in the state. It would seem there's no benefit to owning one.
Like, huh?
This whole steering wheel on the right side thing, it's kind of goofy, isn't it?
You, what do you know? That sleek shape, the birdie engine, wild lead stars, a smooth circuit, the raw field game, which is the cool furious, the AC.
Ah, forgive me. Her personality really changes at the drop of a hat.
It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction.
Behind this case. Before I present, I have a feeling, because the right... I think I figured it out. It's not who you think it is.
Objection!
Ms. Minnie, do you remember this article?
Huh?
It's an article about the accident. You said this in it. But I opened the right door and, got out. That's correct, isn't it?
Why are you suddenly asking me about that?
Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat? The left or the right?
Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left side.
That would be if it were an American car. But it would be the opposite in a British car.
Opposite?
The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side.
What do you mean by this?
Ms. Minnie, you said that you had escaped using the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat.
Order! Order in the court! Order! 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 Ow!
Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. And he said the person who was driving was her older sister, Minnie.
That is what Innie said, yes, but that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions.
Phoenix, it looks like you finally found the real root of this murder.
If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I like to ask the court a question. Who was really driving that night? The answer is the one person who had her driver's license, Minnie. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive.
But you just said the witness, Miss Minnie, was the one in the driver's seat.
Which leads us to the next question.
Next,
Question?
Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now?
what sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This witness's name is...
I'll tell you what her name really is.
Take that!
Minnie. That is your real name.
Objection!
All the foolish drivel. Then how do you explain her appearance?
This witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. So the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture.
Facial reconstruction surgery?
Plastic surgery, if you will. This is the picture she gave to her doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister.
But Minnie, she died in the car accident.
That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case.
Then the body they found at the crash site.
That was the body of the real Minnie. Isn't that right, Ms. Mimi? That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Minnie. Her sister, Mimi, then stole her face, and she was reborn as Innie. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Minnie from existence. Hey, thank you for the hydrate.
Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Minnie had to kill Dr. Gray.
What do you mean? Ouch!
What's the meaning of this nonsense?
Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Minnie. However, that would not have been possible, because Mimi was still, in fact, alive. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs.
And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed.
Well, Miss Von Karma. Ouch!
Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness?
Perfect. We cracked her. We got her, folks.
That's right. I admit it. My real name is Mimi Minnie. That quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. I was so close to finally ditching Mimi, too. So close.
But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself? To become your own sister?
I think I understood why. Maybe Minnie wanted her old self to disappear because of this.
Take that!
That's about the malpractice incident.
Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse, a nurse by the name of Mimi Minnie. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Minnie had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister.
The timing couldn't have been worse.
14 patients dying in that incident and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear.
I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way.
She lost everything in the flames of that accident, her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister.
Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination.
That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo jumbo.
Mumbo Jumbo?
Becoming Innie has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it. I hate it all.
Man.
I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as why did Miss Minnie choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear.
The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fey.
This is preposterous. I'm perfect. Me, Franziska von Karma.
I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Ms. Von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is?
Yow! Ow!
The prosecution will refrain from whipping the defense attorney.
Phoenix, hang in there, Phoenix! Phoenix! This court is a fraud, a sham.
Now then, it looks like it will be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness. So I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict.
Booyah!
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Yeah, thank you for the hydrate, Galaxy. Glixy, however you pronounce it. Alright. June 22nd, 3:13 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
Congratulations, Maya.
Oh my gosh, she's still...
Sis.
Aw, that is so wholesome. That is wholesomeness.
It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing?
Sis. I didn't kill anyone, did I?
No, you didn't. It was all just a dream.
A really
bad dream.
You know, sis, in my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent.
Familiar scent?
I was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago.
That's right.
There's still one thing I don't quite get.
What's that?
What would have happened if Mimi had not shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot.
I think Minnie had plans to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who had just committed a murder.
She had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh?
Nick,
Congrats, Maya.
thanks. Looks like you bailed me out of another jam.
Well, you know...
But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First, my sister, now my aunt. Hey, Nick, tell me. Tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help Minnie with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick.
Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be?
Nick, please, I need an answer.
The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was... I think it had to be Pearl. Like, there's no other answer. She wanted Pearl to succeed.
Take that!
Pearly?
4 years from now, a new master will be born into Korean Village. And that person will be you, Maya.
And?
But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear. And what would happen then?
That branch family, my aunt.
No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearl's.
Huh.
Everything was done for her sake. It was also that Pearl's would become the next master.
Yeah, I can see that.
Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was saying, I thought so. Date and time unknown. Detention Center, Solitary Confinement, Cell 13.
My precious Pearl, you are the only one suitable to be the master of Korain, my dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl, that Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come.
The end. And that's the end of case number 2. Turnabout Big Top, hell yeah, a circus case. I've had enough of this game for tonight. Do I even want to start this now? We'll start it next week, I think. That's a simple art. Simple art again. What's up with the simple arts? Alright, so.
We shall go ahead.
I shall take another intermission. And with that out of the way, I shall go ahead and swap over to you know what impact for the rest of the evening. So, with that being said and done, actually I'm going to go ahead and be right back again. And when we return, we shall be in the land of Tevat for the end of the night. Be right back, folks. Time for a quick advertisement.